Jake Paul. From Disney star and content creator to one of the most talked about fighters of this generation. Love him or hate him, there's one thing we can't deny: Jake Paul has shown knockout power in the ring. Today, we're taking a look at every single knockout Jake Paul has secured, examining the moments that shocked the world, one punch at a time. January 30, 2020. Jake Paul versus Anderson Gibb. His first knockout was in Miami, Florida, when Jake Paul stepped into the ring for his professional debut against fellow YouTuber Anderson Gibb. Real name Ali Al-Fakri. The trash talk between the two had been intense. Jake had everything to prove. Many questioned if Jake could truly transition from internet fame to professional boxing. From the very first round, Jake established his dominance. Gibb, known for his unorthodox style, was overwhelmed by Jake's composure and power. Just 2 minutes into the fight, Jake landed a powerful right hand, sending Gibb to the canvas. He got up, but Jake was relentless. After 2 more knockdowns in the same round, the referee had seen enough. The fight was stopped, and Jake Paul secured his first professional victory by technical knockout, leaving a huge statement to the boxing community. November 28, 2020. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. Fast forward was Jake's second professional fight. This time, his opponent was not another YouTuber, but a former NBA star, Nate Robinson. Many fans were intrigued. Nate Robinson was a natural athlete, known for his time in the NBA, but boxing is a different game altogether. The first round was a feeling-out process. Jake kept his distance, using his reach and jab to frustrate Nate, who was overly aggressive and rushed in recklessly. In the second round, Jake began to land cleaner shots, and Nate started to feel the power. Then, out of nowhere, boom! Jake landed a vicious right hand that sent Nate crashing face first to the canvas. It was a knockout that went viral. Jake Paul had knocked out a professional athlete in just his second fight, and the internet exploded with memes, solidifying the knockout in pop culture history. April 17, 2021. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. After Nate Robinson, Jake wanted to step up in competition, and who better than former MMA champion Ben Askren? Askren had a decorated career in wrestling and MMA, but the question remained, could he box? Many believed Ben's experience in combat sports would give Jake a real challenge, but others pointed out Askren's well-documented striking weaknesses. The fight lasted just under 2 minutes. Jake came out aggressive, throwing jabs and testing Askren's defenses. Then it happened, a perfectly timed right hand that sent Askren down. The referee stopped the fight after Askren wobbled to his feet, unable to defend himself. Jake Paul knocked out a legitimate MMA fighter in the very first round, and the world was left speechless. December 18, 2021. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. For the second time, Jake facing former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley. Woodley, known for his knockout power and years of dominance in the UFC, posed Jake's toughest test yet. The fight looked similar to their first bout, with both fighters feeling each other out. But then, in the 6th round, Jake unleashed a bomb, a thunderous right hook that landed clean on Woodley's chin. Woodley was out cold before he hit the ground. It was Jake's most brutal knockout to date, and it sent shockwaves through the boxing and MMA communities. Critics and fans alike couldn't deny it. Jake Paul had serious knockout power. October 16, 2023. Jake Paul versus Andre August. Jake Paul stepped into the ring once again, this time facing experienced Canadian boxer Andre August. August was a seasoned fighter with years of boxing experience, which made this matchup a true test for Jake Paul's continued evolution in the sport. The first few rounds saw Jake maintaining his usual strategy: sharp jabs, measured movement, and looking for an opening to land his power shots. August, to his credit, came prepared and showed solid defense, making it clear that this would not be an easy night for Jake. Then, in the later rounds, Jake found his opening. A powerful right hand caught August flush, sending him staggering backwards. Sensing the moment, Jake followed up with a brutal combination that sent August to the canvas. The referee stepped in, and just like that, Jake Paul had another knockout victory to add to his resume. It was yet another statement from Jake Paul. A knockout victory over a seasoned boxer, proving that his power and skill continue to improve with each fight. March 2, 2024. Jake Paul vs. Nate Borland. Jake Paul returned to the ring, this time in San Juan, Puerto Rico, to face Nate Borland. Right from the start, Jake Paul came out firing, applying relentless pressure. Borland found himself on the back foot, struggling to cope with Jake's power and accuracy. Every punch Jake threw seemed to find its mark, with Borland absorbing heavy shots as the seconds ticked away. It didn't take long for the momentum to swing entirely in Jake's favor. At just 2 minutes 37 of the first round, the referee had seen enough. After a barrage of unanswered punches, he stepped in to stop the fight, giving Jake Paul a first-round technical knockout victory. Jake Paul had done it again, another quick and decisive finish. In front of a roaring crowd in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Jake left no doubt that his knockout power remains a serious threat in the ring. July 20, 2024. Jake Paul vs. Mike Perry. Jake Paul stepped into the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, to take on one of the toughest challenges of his career, MMA veteran and bare-knuckle brawler, Mike Perry. Known for his grit and raw power, Perry was no stranger to combat and was determined to put an end to Jake's boxing run. From the opening bell, Perry came out swinging. Using his signature aggressive style, he tried to close the distance and rough Jake up, pushing the pace with wild exchanges. But Jake kept his composure, working behind his jab and landing calculated shots that began to take their toll. As the rounds progressed, Jake's strategy became clear: break down Perry with precision. By the middle rounds, Jake's power punches started to wear Perry down. Though Perry kept coming forward, his movements became slower, and his defenses weakened. Then, in the 6th round, Jake found his opening. A massive right hand staggered Perry, and sensing the finish, Jake followed up with a brutal flurry of punches that forced the referee to step in and stop the fight. Jake Paul had secured a technical knockout victory. Jake Paul's journey through the boxing world has been filled with knockout after knockout, taking down opponents from YouTubers to MMA legends and seasoned fighters. Let us know in the comments which Jake Paul knockout was your favorite, and who you think Jake will knock out next. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video for more updates on Jake's journey and all the latest in the world of boxing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.